What is up, y'all, and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Decaf Dr. Thunder, and we're back here today again with another beginner's guide, this time for Wreckfest on consoles. I know you guys like the previous beginner's guide, so we're going to be doing another one here today. I hope you guys enjoy. If you do, make sure you leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and yeah, I do this series because when I get a game, you know, I like to look up some stuff about it, just kind of figure out what it's about, how to do some basic stuff, and there aren't a ton of great beginner's guides on YouTube, so I like to make my own for you guys, and you guys appear to really like them, so I'm going to keep doing them. And yeah, let me know down in the comments what other games you'd like to see beginner's guide for. I do mostly racing games on this channel, but I'm open to basically anything that I have, and I have quite a few games, so as you can see here, we have the main menu. We have 4 different modes on the main menu just to start off. Here is where you're going to probably spend a pretty good amount of your time. Every track in the game, you can just pick whatever you want. And it doesn't look like it looks like there's a decent amount of tracks, but things really open up when you click on it and realize that there are many different configurations. Not all have as many as Big Valley do, but like for example, Deathloop has none, but there are also demolition arenas, so most of these are tracks as you can see here, but if you go to, say, let's see, the Maw, this is a demolition arena where you can have demolition derbies, which is pretty fun. So there are different modes in this game. Obviously there are races and there are demolition derbies. I personally prefer the races, but you know, it's up to you, whatever you want to do here. As you can see, you have a list of cars. They're unlicensed, but you can race these loaners, which you can't upgrade, but you can also race these, which we'll get to the upgrades in a minute. Here you'll notice that there's the title of the car, then there is the class and the overall power. So as obviously the bigger the number, the higher the power, and there are different classes, and we'll get to the classes in a second here. But your event options, you have banger race, which is basically your normal race. That's where you're going to be spending most of your time. Team race, to be honest, I'm not even really sure what that is. I guess it's just I don't know how that's a thing. There's elimination races where every lap, you know, a certain amount gets cut off, and that's what you got. So you can set up your number of opponents, laps, time of day, what kind of vehicles you want your opponents to be in here, and as you'll see, you have a lot of options, including some crazy ones like school bus, sofa, a super van, derby cars, big rigs, double deckers, harvesters, lawnmowers, limos, motorhomes, and other just assorted wacky vehicles. So you got some pretty good customization there. And this is a big tip for you if you're starting the game. The way that damage is listed makes basically no sense. So normal is just going to be your normal damage. You're going to take a decent amount of damage, but not a ton. And then oddly intense is less damage than normal, I believe. I could be actually wrong about that, but the one that's probably the most fun is realistic. It's gonna be, you are gonna be basically made of glass, like an actual car. You'll probably, you know, have a lot of fun with that because just you can get insane hits and everything can go wrong in a second, and I think that's pretty fun. So you got your difficulty here, and then you can see your summary at the end. So that's what we got for event classes, and these are the special cars here. Obviously, harvester, lawnmower, school bus, motorhome, sofa car, which is odd, and there are other ones for DLCs as well, like a porta potty. So that's interesting. We have our multiplayer here. Obviously, you can do whatever you want. You can join a special lobby, a demolition derby lobby, a racing lobby, one that's just everything, or just a quick match, which you'll get into very quickly. You can do private matches, public matches, whatever you want. And yeah, you got your tournaments here. I've actually never been in a tournament, so I don't really know what this is all about, to be honest. But as you can see, you got like tournaments. It looks like live summits in the crew too, if you've ever played that. And then you have your career, which truthfully is not as good as you would think it is. It's not like an actual like career mode like in NASCAR Heat or anything like that. Basically, it's just a list of events that you have to complete, and you get points, and you start in the regional juniors, then you go up to the national amateurs, then challengers, then pro invitationals, and then you finish with the world masters. You just have to run through these events. You will unlock a lot of cars here. As you can see, there are limitations there. You have to own a maximum C1 from the United States or from Europe or Japan or any of this. You know, they obviously vary. And there's some pretty good stuff there. You're gonna have to play through that to unlock some stuff. But next up we have the garage. Now, as you can see, you can purchase new cars in here. You got your class and number off to the right side. And yeah, so this is basically just where you can purchase cars. There's not a ton great from here. You kind of have to unlock some good stuff from the career or tournaments, and then this is where you get some good stuff here. You can tune your car. I don't really do a lot of tuning because busted that it's not really going to make a difference in my opinion. Tuning isn't that big of a deal. However, this is a huge deal here. So as you can see, we have our car. You're going to have different stocks of parts that you have to equip. You know, like obviously these ones are the highest. You can see you got your 4 areas there: acceleration, top speed, cornering, and strength. You want to obviously get those as high as possible, and the further you go over, the obviously better they're gonna be. So let's unlock that, put that on there, and my acceleration is almost maxed. If you want to put this on there, it's actually not going to give me anything, so I'm not going to bother with that. This one will get me to max acceleration, so I'm going to put that on there. So basically, you just got a lot of different stuff here that you can look at. Everything will obviously be different, and then you have your armor here, which will slow your car down, but it will improve the strength. So it's kind of a trade-off here a little bit that you like to do. I think this is a great feature that they've added because you can make your car stronger, which definitely does help, but it's going to come at the cost of a little bit of performance. Then you have just your visual wheels here. That's not very big, but then you got your exhaust. You can kind of change how it looks a little bit. It's not anything crazy, but it's just a little bit of nice customization that I guess you can put in here if you choose to do that. And that's about it. You know, there's not a ton. This is kind of fun. You can put like stuff on top of your car, like in Rocket League. Hot junk. I don't know why you'd ever want that on there, but you can if you want. So just some nice stuff there. If we go, what's kind of stupid is that you have to go into My Cars and change it before you know go into upgrades. So that's a little different. Here we got our Hammerhead. This is like the Juggernaut car that I kind of like to use, and there is a way to, if you get it high enough level, your car will progress from class C to class B. Like this car that I'm using right now, the Hammerhead, starts off as class C, but I upgraded it to class B. So that's kind of interesting that you can do there. You can change your paints here. Fairly limited customization, nothing that cool in my opinion, which is a little disappointing. You can change the colors and stuff here, but nothing super cool. So, you know, that's about all you got for customization there. And yeah, so that's what we got mostly, at least for the menus here. Now we'll get into a race here to just kind of show you what's up. So I'll walk you through what I'd like to do. If you haven't, by the way, make sure you go check out my Thunder Challenge Gauntlet. We're running through every single race, and I'll give you a little sneak preview. We're going to be starting off the next one with Death Loop, so might as well get into it. We're going to be running my classic Speedbird here. We're going to be doing a banger race, of course. 23 opponents, that's the most you can have. We'll do 3 laps just for, we'll do 3 just for a quick one. Time of day, you can do whatever you want. I'm going to do random. And just for kicks and gigs, let's be running against the harvesters here on realistic damage, just to see how kind of wonky it can be. That's my difficulty settings. That's not really important, but it's gonna get crazy. So I'll just kind of show you what's up here, what's on the screen, because you do kind of get flooded with information as you get going with stuff here. And so yeah, I'll just take you guys through this, and we'll see what we can do here. You're gonna be put in your garage. You can see the standings. This is mostly for career, like if you're gonna be doing a multi-event thing, which is something in career. It'll show you the standings in here. Obviously, you can change your difficulty, tune your car up. But other than that, you just click X to start. We got quite the field here today. You got your laps, your obviously stuff at the top, and then at the bottom left, oh my goodness, is what you really want to be looking at. That's your damage. Obviously 100 is the best. If you get down to 0, or if you lose enough wheels, you will be DNF'd. So you want to keep an eye on that. As long as you're above, you know, like 50, you should be able to drive fine. There are definitely times when your driving gets basically impossible and you're just going to want to restart, but we're about to get clobbered here, so you can see the damage. Right above the car right there, it can show you what exact damage you're doing. It'll show you if you lose wheels or anything. That's probably the most important thing. I don't even know what's going on anymore. We're just going to try to take it around the loop, see what happens. As you can see, the damage model in this game is very good. Looks pretty neat, to be honest. Just a pretty enjoyable thing here. So if you're on easy or medium difficulty, your biggest difficulty is not going to be coming from beating the other cars. It's just going to become basically living. As you can see, I did not have the best start, and I'm sitting in 3rd place. So it's not going to be very hard. It's just going to be difficult to live. We got an absolute mess here. Oh, and we're just going to send it. See, we're at critical damage now, 7 HP. So you can see we don't have a right front tire. Triangle to reset if you get stuck like that, which I did. So this car becomes exponentially harder to handle throughout the race as you acquire more damage. Like, watch, I'm gonna, oh boy. Alright, we're at 2 HP. We'll see if we can even keep her going here. And almost just ended my race. It's tough to get through here with the harvesters. The harvesters may not have been the best choice, but as you can see, I'm going here. And the turning actually hasn't gone completely off the rails yet, surprisingly. But we just narrowly avoided that guy. Hopefully we can make it around here. Barely. Uh-oh, losing control. Okay, and see, the smallest amount of damage there can just wreck you on realistic difficulty. So that's about what you got. All of that, and I still finished 3rd because everybody else had DNF'd except for the top 2. So that's about what I got for you guys. Pretty crazy. One more final tip: if you DNF and you want to race again, do not just spam click X, because I've made this mistake many times before. Continues on the top for some reason, which is basically quit, and restart is second. So make sure you pay special attention to that, because it does take some time to get back into the races, and it's just a little tip that I wanted to give you guys. So that's going to wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. This has been Decaf Dr. Thunder. Comment down below what beginner's guide you want to see next, and I will catch you guys next time.